Remember the time when people surfed for airfares on the odd chance that they might find a good deal? Something to entice them to take a trip across the Atlantic? Whilst many people had hoped that those days might be on the way back, the Biden administration and Boris Johnson's government both stated officially Thursday that there would be no changes in current travel policy soon. There is, of course, a level of chatter over what exactly the soon might constitute. Reuters reported that the Biden administration, whilst it has been in talks for a month with governments and industry professionals over when it might be able to relax international travel restrictions, said it didn't have any plans to announce any changes soon. There had been hope that President Biden would revoke the current ban on entry for EU and UK nationals for non-essential travel by mid-May. A White House spokesman said, "There were no changes in travel restrictions planned at the moment, even for vaccinated Europeans, despite a formal agreement between EU countries to expand their safe list to include some non-EU countries and to allow vaccinated travelers from around the world to visit." Reuters also reported that U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg told a news conference on Wednesday that the decision to lift restrictions ultimately lay with CDC and they would have the leading role. The last week has been a tumultuous one for UK travel. Whilst people have been allowed to jet off to 12 safe list countries, there has been confusion about whether people should be traveling anywhere else. After the government published an amber list of countries where people should travel with quarantine, almost 300,000 people took the risk to travel to these destinations this week, despite the UK Prime Minister declaring that people shouldn't go on holiday to amber list countries, except for extreme reasons. This was a view shared by Matt Hancock, the UK Health Secretary, as well as an Oxford University professor and a government vaccine advisor, warning that foreign holidays were a very bad idea at the moment. The opposition party called for tight restrictions on international travel to remain in place, as reported in The Independent. Additionally, many arrivals were complaining that they were forced to mix with arrivals at London Heathrow from red list countries, with MPs declaring that airports were becoming a super-spreading risk. An additional complication is the rise of the so-called Indian COVID-19 variant in specific regions across the UK, which has given the EU cause for alarm, and might keep it off the EU white list of safe countries, due to be published imminently. The decision on Britain is now in doubt, which was not the case until recently when the UK numbers were good, an EU diplomat said, reported in the Telegraph. There is trepidation that if the UK